How many times can a company fail before they stop getting hired? It's amazing. It's an amazing question. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig. Welcome to the Side Scrollers Podcast channel. We'd love for you guys to join us Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time when we are live talking about all things games and the insanity within them. It's great to see you guys. Hit the subscribe button and thumbs up while you're at it. Okay, so let's talk about this. Sweet Baby Inc. just released, well, I guess one of the games that they are very big part of. It's a game called Unknown 9 Awakening. Have you heard of it? No, you probably haven't. Well, this game is coming out, releasing today on Steam, coming out in just a few bit. I'm sure the numbers are going to be absolutely massive. And by that, I'm being extremely sarcastic. But I think it's important before we get into this conversation to really figure out what exactly Sweet Baby Inc. does, specifically Kim Belair, because Kim Belair, the CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., had a big role in this new game, Unknown 9 Awakening. Let's hear it directly from Kim Belair, exactly what Sweet Baby Inc. does. This is from the XOXO Festival. This video is passed around. This is a talk she did not too long ago. And I think it's important for us to take a look at this and see exactly, in her words, what they do.
So I'm going to start at the beginning. Who is Sweet Baby Inc.? We are a narrative development company, and we are a team of narrative developers. What that means is that we do script writing, storytelling, narrative work for video games. And sometimes that means that we come in for writing punch-ups. Sometimes that means we're the entire writer's room for a project. Sometimes that means we're coming in very early on and helping them start the groundwork, the world building. But what I want to really stress is that all of our work focuses very heavily and very seriously on story. That is what narrative development is.
Okay, so she is very clear. They are a narrative company along the way. Now, a lot of people say, it's the DEI company, it's the DEI company. And you know what? They may inject that into their stories. Well, let's fast forward now to today and the release of the new game that Kim Belair was the lead writer on, one of the main people behind this game, Unknown 9 Awakening. Well, the reviews are out and they're not very solid. Let's go over here to Games Radar to take a look at what they had to say about it. They gave it a 2.5 out of 10. Unknown 9 feels torn between what it wants to be, ultimately undermining its areas of promise to deliver a janky experience. Despite it all, it can still charm, but it takes work to love. Okay, so mediocre. Let's see what IGN had to say. Despite a few interesting ideas, Unknown 9 Awakening is a bland and janky adventure with a generic story and dull combat. Yikes. Okay. Once again, let's go back. What does Sweet Baby Inc. do? That's right. They are a narrative design company. Now, heading over to Grum's, this is actually really important to point out here. It says Unknown 9 was supposed to be Sweet Baby Inc.'s poster child game. Sweet Baby Inc.'s Kim Belair, great storytelling magnum opus. But even IGN gives it a 5, particularly panning the story on which SBI and Kim were lead architects. Full of trite dialogue and unlikable, strong woman protagonist, the game shows off how shallow and incompetent SBI is when handing full reins to the game. It only took 10 minutes for IGN to have enough. And it includes a couple screenshots here. Gave it a 5 out of 10, as we talked about. And they talk about you play as Haruna, a distrustful woman who loves spouting trite platitudes. All right. Continuing on, Haruna's predictable tale is full of cliches and unremarkable characters, eventually getting horribly lost in a sea of magical jargon. Man, does that sound familiar? Just all these crazy words thrown out, labeling you all sorts of ists and phobes and all sorts of things. By the way, if you don't like this game, I hate to tell it to you, you are racist. Oh, you know what? I think I actually have, yes, I'm sorry. If you don't like Unknown 9, I'm sorry, friends. It's just the reality of it, but
you are racist.
Thank you very much, Dustborn, for that. But we continue here. Even the very esteemed discussion groups are not going over very well. So it says Unknown 9 Steam discussion groups are really sparse just days before launch. Not a good sign, but the comments are very amusing. They talk about this right here. It says, talking about how people are coming in and the whole anti-woke community, people talking about these games. It says, don't flatter them. The gaming community is massive after its boom post 2020. The anti-woke crowd statistically is 3 times as small as the actual publicly LGBTQ identifying people. Really? Where did they get that data? Oh, that's right, out of their ass, because there's nothing to match that up. It's crazy to think these people are freaking delusional. They continue here. This is so good. It was all just I was already tired of all this during and after the first Gamergate. This is just exhausting. So do you mind just leaving these forums so the 3 or 4 of us who actually care can enjoy our game and discussion in peace? We found him, everybody. We found him. We found the modern audience. Congratulations. Here we are. And they are in the Unknown 9 Steam discussion group along the way. Will this do worse than Dustborn? That is the question. Is there government funding behind this game? I will find out more. But here we go. If you're here to hate, it's okay just to leave it alone, just ignore us. All right, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Well, what about the game itself? Unknown 9 Awakening. What about the lead character? Here we are, and this is it right here. This is the main character. A face only a mother could love right here, thanks to learning the law over on X. This is tough. Here we go. The actual player count here in game. Now, I actually looked on the player count right now, and I actually couldn't find that many people, actually anybody in game over on Steam charts. It's live right now. The game is available, I believe, on Steam. And by the way, this game is $50, $49.99 for this game for Unknown 9 Awakening right now, published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Remember like last week when Bandai was like, hey, we're firing everybody and we gotta cancel a couple of mainline anime games? Well, they probably saw the writing on the wall with Unknown 9 Awakening. Oh, friends, but it gets worse. Because I don't know if you guys realize this. I've talked about this many, many times before. If you follow me over on X, you'd be able to catch these things. But I have an insider who works at a big box retailer with over 800 stores. And they give me information about pre-sales for various games along the way. We've seen that the new Mario Party is doing spectacular. The Zelda game was spectacular as far as pre-orders go. Sparking Zero, the new Dragon Ball fighting game. That game the pre-orders were off the charts for there. And that game sold like 3 million copies in like 24 hours or something. I don't know. It was really fast. They sold a shit ton of copies really, really fast. So how is Unknown 9 Awakening doing? Between the 800 big box retailer stores that are scattered throughout the entire United States and the 330 plus million people in the United States. Well, according to my X handle, my retail insider who has access to over 800 big box retailers stores pre-order numbers tells me that Unknown 9 Awakening had a total of 46 pre-orders, but 12 were canceled. So there's actually only 34. So 34 pre-orders in over 800 stores. This game is dead on arrival. Dead on arrival, without a doubt. And I would love to hear your thoughts about this. Is this because the link to Sweet Baby Inc.? Is this because it is seen as a generic, like literally just a slog through adventure that you need to play through? Let's actually do one last glance here real fast. Let's head over to Twitch to see how many people are actually watching this, because there is an international audience that can go out and buy this game. And if you had the retail version, you should be able to play it today, I believe, because it's supposed to come out on the 17th, which is today. Over on Steam, over on Twitch right now, there are 6 viewers. And this game has 71 followers. 71 followers of this game. Nobody knows of this game. Nobody cares about this game. And this game we've seen massive failures this year. Excuse me. We've seen massive failures between Concord, right? Between Dustborn, Star Wars Outlaws, which tremendously underperformed, which, by the way, Star Wars Outlaws is a masterpiece in sales compared to Concord, obviously. And Concord may be rebooted. But this may be, this coming from Bandai Namco, the publisher, right? With Sweet Baby Inc. pushing the narrative behind here. This could be Concord levels of failure. This could be Dustborn levels of failure. It's crazy to see. Is this because, you normal man, please tell me in the comments, is this because of the Sweet Baby Inc. involvement? Have they done a poor job for marketing? What is this? What is the reason for this? I think we all know. Let me know down in the comments. This game is absolutely going to fail immediately from literally the first second it's released. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button right here. Go watch another video right here. I got more videos for you guys coming, and make sure you join us Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time, when we are live for Side Scrollers.